Welcome to the Wealth Transfer with TC. Today I'm going to give you guys the October update that just came out, that was just released for Firepoint Energy. It is currently November the 1st of 2025, and this is probably one of your most important Firepoint Energy videos. Now, first of all, before I get started, I'm not a financial advisor, and if you guys like these videos that I make, the support links are down below in the description and also the comment section. All right, let's get right into this, folks. Firepoint Energy is getting ready to launch their stock this month. So I want people to be aware and make sure that you have money uploaded on your sites that you're going to be using for trading. People are going to ask me if you can still buy XLPI. More than likely, your orders will not go through because it's in the OTC markets on the expert trading. Unless you bought shares a long time ago and you didn't sell them off, then you're going to be a part of this reverse merger. Also, people are going to ask me about what sites to purchase Firepoint Energy on. Now, I use Fidelity. The problem with Fidelity is that you can only place buy and sell limit orders if the stock is under $1. People have said on MOOMOO, like you can buy Zion Oil, that they don't have any problem with using market orders and so on. And so that is the other option. The link to MOOMOO is down below in the description. I don't know when this launches how fast it'll be available on some of these different platforms. Right? Some people use Charles Schwab. I've always had issues buying OTC stocks on Charles Schwab, so I use Fidelity. Some people use E-Trade, but E-Trade has a fee, is from what I understand, of per trade. Other websites like Tasty Trade or TradeStation. This is getting ready to launch, so people need to have their money uploaded because with some trading platforms, it takes 1 to 5 days for you to be able to use those resources, that money you uploaded, to buy OTC stocks. Sometimes Fidelity will let me use it the next day or 2 days. People say on MOOMOO that they've been able to use it on the same day. You know, you may want to try using 2 different sites just to make sure that you're a part of this. Now, I'm going to get into some strategy after I finish reading this, because when the stock launches, you know, I don't know what the price is going to be when it launches. I don't know how high it's going to go or how low it's going to go. There's many different scenarios that could happen when you have a stock launch. So Firepoint Energy, November investor update. Hello, Firepoint Energy investors. A great deal transpired in the month of October, and we'd like to welcome 200 additional subscribers who signed up to receive our updates during that month. This excitement is growing in the anticipation of our reverse merger with Xcelplus International, and details about the event are included in this month's highlights. As always, we appreciate your support. We couldn't do it without you. Thanks, Bill Smith, CEO of Firepoint Energy. These are the highlights. Because of Firepoint Energy's pending merger with Xcelplus International, we will stop accepting investments on November the 7th until the completion of the merger. All right, so he's talking about private investments. So if they're going to stop accepting investments on November the 7th, then by November 6th, if you have $10,000 or more, you can still invest up until November the 6th. So you can contact Firepoint Energy, call them or email them and tell them that you would like to invest. Xcelplus International shareholders will receive 1 share of Firepoint Energy common stock for every 3 shares of Xcelplus International that they own at the time of the merger. If you bought XLPI, which is the X&P prophecy from Clement, then you're going to get, for every 3 stocks you have XLPI, you will get 1 stock of Firepoint Energy. Upon completion of the reverse merger, Firepoint Energy stock will be listed on the OTC markets. Now, one of the things a lot of foreigners have asked me about investing, the only thing that I can suggest to you is that when this stock launches, that you check your trading platform to see if it'll allow you to purchase this. Firepoint Energy will not know its ticker symbol or its initial stock price until it completes its filing with the Financial Industry Regulatory Authority. So we don't know the ticker name or what the stock price will be after the completion. Firepoint Energy has retained a securities firm based in Bartsville, Oklahoma, and a separate corporate counsel firm based in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. We have purchased a 50-ton Komatsu excavator so we can finish getting ready for the natural gas wastewater haulers. Firepoint Energy is awaiting permits from the Indiana County and the Department of Environmental Protection so it can begin cleaning the existing ponds and digging a new pond at the Tunnelton pilot site. We will also begin cleaning out our clarifier very soon. Firepoint is in the process of contracting a second site in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, and we expect the agreement to complete prior to the public offering of our stock. The site has 10 million tons anthracite waste coal in place. The coal has much higher BTU value than the Tunnelton site, which makes the waste coal more conductive to the production of jet fuel. The 10 million tons of waste coal also contains 1.6 million tons of rare earth elements and critical minerals with an estimated value of $2.47 billion. The value of the site over its lifetime with jet fuel and minerals is estimated at $4.26 billion. That is insane, folks. I'm just telling you, this is why I'm just like sharing, when it comes to the stock and what Kim Clement said. And there's going to come a time when whatever you're holding is just in a short period of time is going to make everybody who's invested a lot of money. Now, this company is still in its baby stages. Firepoint Energy has shared information with Pennsylvania legislators in contemplation of a bill that would reclassify the clean energy byproducts of waste coal as sources of renewable energy. And I shared with you in my last update video of Firepoint Energy, that is actually prophetic because Kim Clement said the government has to release it. Even though that they're working this and they can make money from this, but to actually release from the government was to declare those waste coal piles as a clean source of energy. Okay, I skipped one. Firepoint Energy CEO Bill Smith was present of a panel of investors at the Kirisu, Singapore event on November the 21st. So he's out there doing the work. He's out there promoting, and I'm going to get into this in another video of what we can do. And I've been already sharing with my Patreon group and my Telegram group as far as what we can do as investors. And, when big money comes and you're able to purchase land, I've been telling folks, if you want to take this whole thing with Firepoint Energy further, there's going to be some things that you can do to do that. Firepoint Energy CEO Bill Smith participated in the Indiana County Sustainable Economic Development Sustainability Summit 8 on October the 24th. So again, he's out there sharing his business. So what Firepoint Energy does, they take waste coal and they convert it into energy, and they also get rare earth out of that. All right, so this is going to be huge in the long term. Now, I do want to share a little bit about the stock launch and on the day. And I'm going to have money on at least 2 different sites. And I'm reserving some money, for after the launch, seeing where Firepoint Energy is going to settle at. I don't know where the stock is going to go. And I did share earlier that, it could come out at 50 cents and then go up to $5 and then come down to $1, right? That's very possible. Or it could skyrocket even higher than that. I have no idea. Me being involved in the stock market and in the OTC markets, I've seen things where you would think that stocks would take off and they don't, or you think there's a stock that's not going to take off and it does. So there's no prophetic words about the stock price or where it's going to go, where it's going to settle at, how high it will be in the future. Kim Clement just said it's going to cause people to be millionaires and billionaires. All of the prophecies dealing with a new energy source, Kim Clement, I know he said initially there'd be 5 new energy sources, but when I go through the big E, it seems like there's going to be many. I think I counted about 17 different new energy sources. And you have to understand what a new energy source is. If you had your land scanned and there was a huge oil reserve under your house, that would be considered a new energy source. Also, a new energy source can also relate to something that was undiscovered that becomes discoverable. You remember the prophecy about California having the earthquake and a new energy source would be revealed? That new energy source, either it's a brand new resource that we've never heard of before or seen or have very little of, or it's going to reveal like a large deposit of oil or a large deposit of natural gas. That would be a new energy source. And the key is whoever owns that land, if it's a tradable company, to invest in that when it's been discovered. So if you say the California earthquake, it happens, and where it happens at, the land is owned by XYZ company, and they discovered a new energy source there, then you're going to want to invest into that company. Now, Kim Clement gave some clues about several companies, and Firepoint Energy was one of them. And Bill Smith, he's already explained why he believes that it's his company. There's also another company that is looking at some of the other big E energy sources, and I'll get into that in another video. So I'm also going to be talking about how we can promote Firepoint Energy. We're going to be starting local, and I'm going to share with you what we can do to help promote Firepoint Energy to get more investors, more companies to use Firepoint Energy to work their sites, right? So, and this is what I say about any investment that you're on, that if you're not at least liking the posts, like I talk about this all the time, like in crypto. Well, if you have a crypto, you want to see it move, you want it to be prosperous, then you should be at least liking their posts that they make on social media, right? And in this case, we're going to be not just liking, but sharing, maybe making our own contacts with different companies about Firepoint Energy. And we'll get into that in another video, and I'll talk about it more within our group. So folks, I will try to keep you updated. Make sure you are following Firepoint Energy, that you're receiving a email update. All you have to do is go to their website, go to www.firepoint.energy, sign up for their newsletter, go to their Facebook page, go to their YouTube channel, and subscribe to their YouTube channel. Right? I will put all those links down below in the description so that you can just go right there and click on them. And also I'm going to put them in the comment section too as well. So folks, make sure that you start looking at your finances and see what you want to put into Firepoint at the initial launch and put in a plan. But I want everybody to be prepared. So anyways, that is all that I have for this today. I thank you guys for listening. God bless.